Hello everyone, my name is Phoebe and my topic this week is Avatar: The Last Airbender and the science behind it. So this is a TV show that I grew up watching as a kid and it's something that I still really love. I think it has a lot of good elements to it. It has action, adventure, social justice issues, romance, imagination, all kinds of good things. And one of the key elements to this show is that the people that live in this universe are able to bend elements. So there are 4 kinds of benders. There are water benders, earth benders, fire benders, and air benders. And they can do a lot of really cool stuff in the show. They can walk on water, they can shoot fire out of their fists, they can create beautiful sculptures out of rock. It's a really neat idea and of course not actually possible, but I did find some interesting research and speculation on the potential science that could be behind something like this, and I had a lot of fun looking into it, so let's dive in. So like I said earlier, there are 4 different element types that can be manipulated in this TV show: water, earth, fire, and air. Each bending type has a different origin story, different cultural heritage, and belongs to a different nation. And they also all function in unique ways. There are no exact scientific explanations behind people's ability to form their own tornadoes or ice spears, but there is some speculation. So essentially each of these different forms of bending involve physical changes of certain elements. In the case of water bending, air bending, earth bending. So for example, water bending, that could be changing solid water, like ice, to liquid water, so like melting ice. And water benders could theoretically be able to manipulate the hydrogen bonds that are in water molecules and either break them or form them. So then we have earth benders, and those could potentially exert electromagnetic force on certain elements that occur in mud, dirt, rock, or other things that make up components of the earth. Airbenders interact with the molecules that are in the air, so that would be nitrogen and oxygen, and the theory I found said they mostly interact with nitrogen in the atmosphere. Of course, this is all purely speculation. And then we have firebenders, and they are able to create their own fire. So theoretically, they are performing a series of oxidation reduction reactions between O2 gas and some form of a hydrocarbon to fuel a hydrocarbon fuel, and are able to form fire. None of it's certain, of course, but it's definitely fun to think about how science could explain such interesting ideas. I know I would love it if we could find a way to bend water. I think that would be the coolest thing, and it would definitely make the pool in the ocean quite a bit more fun. Now just going into the history a little bit, just for a fun little side note, water bending is supposed to have come from observing the moon as a source of power. Apparently, old water benders would watch how the moon could push and pull the tides along the seashore, and they learned how to do that. Earthbenders learned from moles that lived in caves and used earthbending to make tunnels. So earthbenders learned from animals. Firebenders also learned from animals. They learned from dragons, who were able to create their own fire. And then airbenders learned from flying bison, so they learned from another form of animal. And that's pretty much the fake science behind bending the elements. I really do think you guys should check out the show if you can. It's a lot of fun to watch. There are 3 seasons from the original series, and then there's another kind called The Legend of Korra, but I didn't go into that one because I don't like it as much. I think it's definitely a classic, and I think it would make you guys really happy as like a midterm or like final reliever show. So if you ever feel like checking it out, you definitely should. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Bye.